Hey YouTube. Okay, so this is video number 2. So this video is going to be called Don't Boycott Michael Jackson Xscape album. So I am going to start by saying please comment after this video. Okay? Hi guys. So here we go. So what I did, like I said in the first video, is I wrote down a lot of evidence on paper, so I'm going to read it. Because I put it as like a letter or stuff like that, okay? So if you know Michael and stuff like that, so we're just going to say Michael is a good person. He is a good person. Alright, so Michael was obviously upset with Sony in the summer of 2001. Remember that, where he had an announcement and he had a sign that says Sony sucks, or Tommy Mottoia sucks, or something like that. But in reality, Michael was angry with the head of Sony, Tommy Mottoia. And when Tommy Mottoia was fired in January of 2003, after being ahead of Sony for 14 years, Michael and Sony were on the road of recovery. So let's put everything in perspective and context. Besides that, Michael Jackson and Sony are business partner in the world's largest music catalog, Sony, AVT, and now it's including EMI Publishing, worth billions. I'm talking billions. And Michael Jackson and Sony have signed another 7-year deal that's worth $250 million. $250 million. This video does not get into the Sony dispute, even though many people are spreading the message to boycott Michael Jackson's new masterpiece, Xscape. My intent here is to prove that Michael wants his unreleased song released after his death, so-called death. In this case, after Michael's death announcement, why also would there be any article published 3 days? Why always would there be an article published 3 days before This Is It press conference, stating just that 7 because Michael Joe Jackson faked his death and was setting the stage for the biggest hoax in the world, in history. So there was an article maybe about 3 days before he faked his death saying that Michael Jackson is setting the stage for a fake his death big hoax in the world. We are living in an adventure of Michael promising us in the #1 music documentary, This Is It. Michael wants this album to be #1 on every chart in existence. So let's help him with this plot. MJ has not had any top hits since the Invisible album. So let's make it happen for the king of music. Okay, so now, do you know Ian Halpern? Well, now Ian Halpern never gets anything 100% credit, or he never gives anything 100% correct. But the part about MJ wanting his music released is true. But the part about the songs released only to his children is made up by Halpern. Just as many other things are made up by Halpern. Halpern is always half right or half wrong. Isn't it ridiculous to release music to his kids? Who would be rightful owner of his music? Always this was a wink wink nod nod. MJ wants his music to release to the world and only his mother and children. So his music. So basically, Halpern says that he wants the music to only to be released after his death or to his children, but that's not true, because because of what is said in the will. Now, who would know that ahead of their death days that Catherine and those kids would be mentored into the will as the only beneficiary? But there is no name on the will of Michael Jackson's trust. There's no name, Prince, Paris, or Blanket name appeared on the trust or in the will. Only mentioned the MJ kids. That's all that was mentioned on the will, was MJ children. That was the only thing that was mentioned in the will, but not named. But the trust does state not to give Debbie Rowe any strange deeds. So he does not want Debbie Rowe to get anything. So basically, what this is saying is that Michael Jackson wanted to have all his unreleased music after his death, and that the money will only go to the kids. Well, it didn't really say that in the will. It just says Catherine and children. So, knowing that, and Debbie Rowe didn't get anything. So knowing that Michael Jackson put that out there 3 days before he supposedly died, that he wanted his albums to be released before he died. Like when he died. When he died, he wanted all his unreleased albums to be out there, which is a little strange. How would you know when you're going to die and 3 days later supposedly you died? That's a little strange. So, that's the end of video number 2. So, I will see you later. Bye.